In this video, we're gonna learn how to counter the Caro-Kann. Every time either you take the pawn, you push it, develop the knight here or here. All are good choices. But the most fun one and the most killer one is this way. Looks very strange. I am protecting my center pawn this way, but it kinda weakens the king. The first choice for black is to simply take the pawn. Obviously, you're gonna take back. Now, if he continues by normal Caro-Kann business, by getting the pony out, you get the good boy center. You use it, push the pawn and kick away the knight. The knight comes to the center, you push again and kick again. And just like that, you have a crazy center. You can continue by developing the knight to c3, the other knight to f3, get the bishop out and you're chilling. Instead of knight here, if black tries e5 to counter-attack you, you need to be careful. Do not take the pawn. This is how you lose. Black will not take the queen, but give a check. You move the king, you lose the pawn and you're crying. And if you push the pawn, check, you lose the rook and you cry again. So here, simply hop in the pony. And this is where the tactics start to flow. A normal move like bishop here trying to pin the knight to the queen. Get the juicer out. And if he's not careful, gets the knight out, you sacrifice it. And just like that, you win back the bishop. You win the pawn and you're winning. If he does not get the knight out but simply develops the other knight, then you play another tricky move, pawn to c3. And again, if the knight gets out, he done messed up. Put the queen to b3. The queen is looking at this pawn. The queen and the bishop battery is looking here. He saves the pawn, you take on b7, c6, 2 pawns up and happy. If he does not go bishop here, but instead takes the center pawn, you are not interested in taking the pawn. You just want to get the juicer out. Castle. And look at this. Your bishop is targeting this pawn. Your rook is looking there. Next move, we can hop the pony to g5 or tag the pawn. You do not care about the disco. Pawn push doesn't matter. You're gonna sit there. And if he castles, you'd be surprised. You can sacrifice on f7, take the rookie out. And just like that, you're not exchanged down. You can simply push the pawn. Use the pin to win it. Instead of pawn push, you can also bring the fatty queen. Check out the king. King moves, you take the juicer. Again, you're winning. If he pushes the pawn, again you can touch the juicer, but you can take the pawn away, attack the kid, and just like that, you're beating him up. All the fun lies when black takes the pawn. But what to do if he does not take? And let's say pushes this. Pro tries to be solid. Don't you worry. You simply get the knight to c3 and then the bishop to e3. Your life is simple. You're gonna put the queen to d2 or d3. Long castle. He castles short and you're gonna launch and attack. Okay, maybe e6 was a bit too passive. What about he goes for knight here, developing the knight. Whenever the knight gets out, push it. Kick away the dummy, push it, and look at this, good center for you, you're ready to squeeze the kitty. e6, get the knight out. If he attacks the center, simply push, keep the center strong. You're gonna get the juicer out here, castle and beat him up. And what about the tricky g6 idea? I've seen Gotham himself play this. Then you simply hop in the pony to c3. Your idea is simple. Get the juicer on e3. Line up the battery. You will long castle, he'll short castle and you'll launch the attack. h5 is incoming. You're gonna take, put the juicer there, launch the attack. h5 to stop it, g4. And you're squeezing him out.